What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, in this video, as you see in the title below, we're gonna be interviewing a tech lead. So, a tech lead is someone who is above a senior software engineer. Yeah, so I'm really excited to be interviewing this guy here. Um, I hope that you guys will learn a lot, and I know I will definitely learn a lot from him. Yeah, so let's just wait for him to join the meeting and then we'll start. Okay. Hey man, how's it? I can't hear you, bro. Can you check your microphone? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you
you
hear
now.
me now?
Yeah, I can.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I
Yeah.
actually slept around 6:38 this morning.
Whoa. What have you've been coding all night?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like it's this whole freaking being a tech lead.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, a lot is expected from you.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so thank you for making time and joining me. If you don't mind, can you just introduce yourself and just tell the viewers who you are and what you do?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it seems you're breaking actually,
Oh,
or maybe
okay.
it's just my internet.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, if you don't mind, can you just please introduce yourself and tell the viewers who you are and what you do?
My name is Femi, and some people know me as Michael as well. I'm a tech lead. I actually write code. I've developed tons of online applications, ranging from mobile applications to web applications, and as well as desktop applications on Windows. And yeah, I've been actually coding for over 10 years now.
Oh,
And yeah,
so it takes that long to become a tech lead.
not
Wow.
really. I think it's not how far, but how well.
Mm,
Um, yeah, it depends on how quickly you can catch up,
okay.
if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
And yeah, definitely.
All
Yeah,
right.
but that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. So I've prepared three questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one is what do you do now as a tech lead that you did not do as a senior software engineer?
It's a lot of meetings,
Mm,
especially with the clients,
yeah,
because basically, if you call yourself a tech lead, you should be able to align everybody in terms of where we should they should go in terms of the technical aspect of things.
yeah.
And it's not only just about you writing code, because for me personally, I would say that I actually spent like maybe roughly 60% writing code, and 40% of it is mostly engaging with clients, engaging with the business, letting them understand, how things will be done, doing presentations on, different reusable components or different standards, or, there's just a lot to it than just, writing code, because basically you also have to focus on the team you actually leading.
Yeah.
You have to be there to actually guide them, to inspire them, to motivate them, and to also ensure that they're also aligning, and they're following the best practices, and as well as the code quality as well is solid. So it's actually a very, very daunting task to be a
Yeah,
tech lead.
yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. So like I've worked with a lot of senior developers, right? And
Yes.
like a lot of them attend meetings like you say that tech leads do. So what is the difference between a senior software engineer and a tech lead? Because to me it seems like the responsibilities are almost the same, but what is the
Yeah.
difference between the two?
The difference between the two is like in terms of you being a tech lead, you are leading.
Okay.
Some senior devs I've actually worked with would rather just be in their own space and do their own stuff. They don't really want to be bothered with, admin stuff like
Yeah.
them, dealing with the client or them being responsible for how other, how other developers or how other engineers do their work. And this is what you do as a tech lead. You have to be involved, you have to engage your team to know, are they actually doing the right thing? Are they actually aligned with the actual business vision?
Yeah.
Like you are the one that actually has to step in there, being the bridge between the business and the actual devs. If I could say that, if you would permit me to use that
Yeah.
statement, but
Yeah.
basically you are like a bridge because I could remember when I was a senior software engineer, like in most cases I get away with a lot of things. Like for instance, there are cases where they would have asked me to go do some cleanup on, let's say, Jira board. And Jira board, by the way, is like a project managing platform.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, no, I don't want to do it, but for a tech lead, you need to, because the business would want to see what the project management board looks like, if you
Yeah.
get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
So it's like it's more like you being there to link the business to the technical side of things. You are the one, understand, letting them understand, where we're going
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. So, the second question is, how long did it take you to become tech lead in terms of years?
It's not really, it didn't take me 10 years to become tech lead. I would say that it's more of, a case where maybe I wasn't just ready, because I know there are some tech leads that within 5 years of their, career, they're in tech lead. But for me personally, it took me it took me over 10 years. And
Wow.
I would say that also the reason why I was given this opportunity was because of it's more around my attitude, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more around the actual soft skill I possess, because I'm that kind of person that is actually passionate about helping others, getting there. Being a tech lead for me is not about me being the best. It's about me bringing out the best in others.
Yeah.
I've got guys that are really even much more smarter than me, and I just have to guide them and let them know that they are really good at what they do,
Yeah.
and actually let them utilize their skills. So for me, I would say that I actually spent two years as a junior, and then 3 years as an intermediate, and then 5 years as a senior
Wow.
software engineer, and then I got into this tech lead role. And even before, I hit my 10-year mark, I was supposed to have been given that opportunity, because I could remember there was a company that I actually told them I was ready, but they didn't give me the opportunity, even though I was doing, I was already in that role. I was helping out like different teams, like three teams, and they're doing different, different projects.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say is that when you're ready to be a tech lead, you will definitely know by yourself, because you would get, you would always get frustrated when you see your other team members struggling,
Yeah.
or where you see that things are not done correctly, or things are not done the right way, or things are not really adding value to the business. So yeah, so I would say for me, it's just that's just my own journey.
Yeah.
Some guys can take 5 years and they can become a tech lead. I don't think it's about the year. It's about, I think it's more about the work you put in,
Mm.
and as well as how you let maybe the business know that you're really ready. Because some business will not really, promote you, or they won't give you that if you don't even speak up to say that I'm really ready for this role. I
Yeah.
want you guys to consider me.
Yeah. So, like, how does one get promoted? Do you wait for a position to be open, or like you just approach your manager and tell them that you want a promotion? Like, just take us through how does one get promoted. Like, for example, I'm a junior software developer, and
Yeah.
yeah, how do I get to an intermediate role? Do I have to apply to another company for an intermediate role, or do I have to approach my manager and let them know that I'm ready to be an intermediate?
So in terms of that, like what I would suggest is this, because in my own case, it's not like I was promoted. I was given that opportunity in a new company, in a fresh company.
Mm.
So in your own case, where you're still with a company, I would say that one of the things that you should do is get the job description of an intermediate in that company, because
Yeah.
that is the key. Like you need to go through the job description, because job descriptions are different.
Mm.
Like find out what the job description is in your company and see for that intermediate role, like what are the things are you already doing and what are the things that you have not yet done. Because
Mm.
if you haven't covered all those solid points from that job description, then you might need to work towards it. And it's not about you being a master, on those job descriptions, but you just have to be able to, defend or to motivate,
Yeah.
you motivate the reason why you want this promotion. Is by you can show them and say, this is an intermediate job description, and from this job description, I can see that I've been able to do this list of things. I can actually do them.
Mm.
And would you consider thinking
Mm.
about my promotion or something? But I
Yeah.
think it's something you can actually, anyone can actually do. Like engaging the manager shouldn't be something that would that should be difficult,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, if you're adding a lot of value to the business, they should be willing to actually give you the promotion if you actually deserve it. So, like I said, it's more about the readiness of that person. If the company feels like you're not ready, let them know what you have to develop on, and then work on it. Set milestones and set goals and all that, and achieve it. And then But all I know is that you need to you need to ensure that you actually cover those job
Yeah.
descriptions before you can say that I did, I want to become this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Thank you a lot for that, man. Like I said before you joined the meeting, I told the viewers that I know that I'm gonna be learning a lot from you, and I know that my viewers and also your viewers will learn a lot from this meeting. So thanks a lot for that.
definitely.
So last question. I think this is the most important question. What is your favorite programming language?
Yeah, I wouldn't say my favorite programming language. It's the programming language I've been used to,
Hmm.
which is C sharp. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the Microsoft coding language, using the Microsoft .NET
Yeah.
Core framework. That's what I'm currently working on now. And the good thing about this actual programming language is that it's now getting to a point where it's really really good, and you can use it on different operating systems. Because before it was limited, because when we had like the .NET framework, you can only run your applications on Windows. But
Hmm.
now you can actually run it on Linux. You can run it on Windows. You can run it on
Yeah.
even mobile devices now. You can actually write C sharp, and also they've gone even further to come up with Blazor. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've used Blazor,
Yeah, I've
so
seen
WebAssembly,
Yeah. Yeah.
where you can actually write even your front end and your back end with just one single language, and it
Yeah.
will run in the browser.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a video about this later, but it's actually really matured now, and I
Mm.
really love using it. And yeah, it's just one programming language that has really helped me through my journey.
Cool,
Actually,
cool. So just one question there. Do you think Blazor will replace JavaScript?
no, no,
Cause
it won't replace JavaScript, but I know some businesses will actually want to adopt it due to the fact that it reduces the time and it also reduces the skills needed, like to develop an application end to end. Because if you can get a solid, if you get a solid C sharp programmer that can actually, let me say full stack in a way, that can actually run, your application, write your application for you, do the database setup for you
yeah,
using your SQL, and then, like it will, like I'm sure some company would like to have that, but all
yeah,
I know is that JavaScript is not going away.
yeah,
That
definitely,
thing is still, yeah, it's
definitely,
still
bro.
gonna be with us like for a very, very
For
long
for a
time.
very long time. Yeah, like
Yeah.
man, I personally think that C sharp is really growing, bro. Cause like with C sharp you can build the back end with
Yes.
.NET, you can build mobile apps with Xamarin, and now
Yeah.
there's Blazor. So yeah, I think companies will save a lot of money because they'll just be needing C sharp developers to build the entire products, you know. So I think yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. But yeah, like
Yeah.
you
And
said, JavaScript is not going away
yeah.
because I think JavaScript can also achieve the same thing, but it's just that companies like big corporations don't want to use Node.js because of Node packages. They change now and then, and you need to
Yeah.
upgrade Node. Yeah. So yep.
Yeah. But the thing is with different companies, every company they have their own preference. What they like. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Some company will still want to keep doing things the way they do things,
Yeah.
using their JavaScript frameworks like your Vue.js, your React.js, and all that fun
Yeah.
stuff you have on the front end. And some company would like to just unify everything, using just one single language. And by the way, as well, Node.js as well can actually do your backend for you. You can actually fire up is it Firebase on Google Cloud.
Yeah. True.
Like, so we can easily do a lot of things even with Node.js now. You don't really need a backend language like C sharp or PHP or Java. You can actually do end to end using Node.js if you're really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it depends on your choice, like a choice that they want to, what they choose to use.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, true, man. Right, so that was my last question, and yeah, if you wanna say anything to the viewers,
Yeah, so one thing I actually forgot to mention was code review.
oh, as a tech lead,
Yeah, as a tech lead,
yeah,
you have to actually always do your code review. You have to make sure that the code is quality. I think I mentioned, quality code, but
yeah,
you need to do your code reviews, make sure that your team is writing the right code. And there are cases where it now becomes, what is right and what is not right.
yeah,
But it's just about your preference, if you get what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
And you might need to fight some battles, to make sure that your team is actually writing a code a certain way. And some dev will tell you, no, dude, this is how it's gonna be,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Like I've met a guy. I've worked with a guy who prefers tabs instead of spaces. Yo, it was such a nightmare, dude. Like I'm used to spaces. But yeah, like and they're using ESLints in the project. So whenever I
Yeah.
write add spaces, there'll just be an error out of nowhere, and I'm like, what is this error now? Yeah, well, so yeah, it was a nightmare week
Yeah.
working with that guy, but I learned a lot, and I'm grateful to have worked with him. He taught me a lot, really.
That's
Yeah.
that's good, man. But yeah, so code review and as well as coming up with reusable components, you're gonna
Yeah.
be creating packages that the team is gonna use.
Yeah.
Coming up with designs, not your software design, if you get what I mean, software architecture, like
Yeah.
showing them, okay, this is how the software is gonna look like,
Cool.
on a diagram, and try to explain it to them,
Yeah.
and let them be able to understand and also like carry it out.
Yeah.
And one of my last word, my last words are this. For you to actually like succeed in that role, I would say that you need a lot of patience, and you need a lot of you have to be matured.
Yeah.
You can't just get angry easily, and also you have to always think about the keyword us, not I, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more about we, not about me.
Me. Yeah.
So it's you need to be able to carry your team along, and also you have to also make sure that you represent your team to the client in a very good light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If someone is not really doing what they should be doing, it's not your job to actually, like start saying, bad things about them, or, you should be the one motivating them. You should be the one inspiring them and letting them know that they can actually get better.
Yeah.
Like being a tech lead is not about, bossing people around or telling people, this is how you must write code, or you must do it my way, or no, or L way. No,
Yeah.
it's you. If you just have to be able to carry everyone along, train, try to teach them what you know. You're gonna be the actual Bible, to the team. They would read you, they would actually see what you're doing. And there are cases where your way would not be right. you know
Yeah.
you would say something, and it would not make any sense, and it's fine. Cut your losses and move on. Don't and it's good to actually just be more of a servant leader, because that is what I am. I serve my team. I bring out the best in them. I delegate things to them, and I believe and I trust them enough to actually carry it out. So
Yeah.
that's what I see, you being a tech lead is all about. Coming up with the new ways of doing things, coming up with new technologies,
Yeah.
inspiring your team, showing them ways of doing things in a much more elegant, in a much more efficient ways, and being that communication expert as well to the business, to let them know, okay, this is how we are, this is the deadline, this is where we're going to finish it, and all that. So all those things have to be properly learned, because I've actually just completed 1 year being a tech lead.
Yeah.
And from my experience, I would say that that is one of the things I had to learn, patience, maturity, communicating even much more better, working on my communication skills, being able to give feedback on deadlines, being able to also let my team know this is the priority, don't waste time on low priority stuff,
Yeah.
focus more on the high priority stuff,
Yeah.
because your team sometimes will just go AWOL and do whatever they like, but you need to call them back and say, no, the business needs this, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And if you're in an agile space where you're doing sprints, you have to make the sprint objectives clear to them, to let them know, okay, this is the clear objective, this is what we want to achieve in the sprint, and let us achieve it. And yeah, I think, yeah, that is it.
Cool, man. Yeah, like, bruh, thank you so much for making time again, and like, I've definitely learned a lot, and yeah, um, I will just send me a link to a YouTube channel. I'll link it. I'll put it in the description of this video, and so that people can go ahead and check out your YouTube channel. Please subscribe to his channel. I've also subscribed, and
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, cool, man. We'll chat on WhatsApp then. I'll send you. Should I send you a link to this video, or should I just send you the entire file?
And I'm actually recording as well.
All right, cool.
Because I don't want it to be the same version, if you get what I
Okay.
mean.
All right, cool,
So
cool, cool, cool. No problem, man.
yeah,
All right, cool. Cheers, man. Thank
yeah,
you very
cool,
much
cool.
again.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, bye.
Yeah, bye.